Hey there, it's Brooke from Green Door Virtual. We do efficiency consulting and also outsourcing for small business and solopreneurs and anyone who's just overwhelmed in general. So, one of the things that people come to me with quite often is the feeling of being extremely overwhelmed. And especially if you are a small business owner, you're a one-to-one service provider, a solopreneur, and you've hit that point in your business where perhaps things are just really starting to move forward quickly and you're still doing everything yourself. And you're getting to the point where you're working 12-hour days, 14-hour days. There's just not enough time in the day. That's the point where people come to me and they're going, I'm losing stuff and things are falling through the cracks and I can't keep on top of my email and blah, 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 blah. I've got all these things. So here's the thing. You cannot do it all on your own. And this is not a video on hiring somebody. This is a video on automating a big important piece to a lot of people's overwhelm, and that is their calendar and their schedule. Especially if you are a service provider, if you're a one-to-one service provider, or even somebody who's like a salesperson or somebody that just has to talk to their clients or has to talk to people and have appointments on a regular basis, or even just appointments with friends and colleagues. So one of the biggest things, we go through a protocol when people come to me, and one of the biggest things in that protocol is looking at their calendar and their scheduling system. Number one, what kind of calendar are they using? That's not what this video is about today, but number two, let's put together a scheduling system so you don't have to do it anymore. And you can literally put that piece of your business on autopilot. If you don't believe me how quickly the scheduling piece can add up to time in your day, you just wait. You wait. And if you're not there yet, you will be probably pretty soon, because that piece can take up so much time. People are rescheduling. People need to cancel. Where are we meeting? Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, the emails. And there is a way to do it so that you don't have to touch it. You just send them a link, or better yet, send them to a page on your website. They can choose what they want to choose. You set your times. You can set your times for different types of events, different, if it's friends and colleagues, maybe you're available on Friday afternoons. If it's for your clients, maybe you're available every single morning. So that piece in itself is so important. There are a lot of automated schedulers there that are out on the market right now. The one that I use and have used for years and recommend very, very highly to my clients and anybody that asks, and I don't get paid. I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. But the one I recommend is Acuity. And the reason why I recommend Acuity is because, number one, it does a shitload of stuff. You can use it to collect payments. You can use it to hold group classes, yoga classes. It's extremely flexible. The other reason why I like it is because of their customer service, and that's a huge thing for me. If I get stuck or I want to know how to do something, it always seems to work fine, but if I want to push the limits of the system a little bit, and I have with some clients of mine, we need something really, really complex, they will work with me on how to figure it out. So sending reminders. So one of the things that I love doing with Acuity is just giving people the freedom to pick exactly the time that they want, giving myself the freedom to create the schedule that I want, and then the system handles the rest. The system will handle the reminders. So I have 2 reminders that go out before our meeting, whether it's a call or a face-to-face or coffee with a friend. And then there's any follow-up. So some appointments may have some follow-up and some may not. But I know that if I'm going to go to that meeting or I'm going to make that phone call, that's really been triple checked already. So that person's going to show up. And if they're not going to show up, they're going to let me know about it ahead of time because they've already got the reminders. I can also send out documents ahead of time in this. And if you connect the documents into your Google Drive or your Google Docs, anytime you make an update to that document, you don't have to go and re-upload it into the system. It's going to automatically pull the link out of Google Drive. So, for example, I have a business group that I belong to. When I meet with somebody one-to-one in that business group, I usually like to send them, my profile ahead of time that gives them, all of my information and blah, blah, blah. And if I need to make changes to that, I just go into my Google Docs and change it. And I know whenever that is going to be sent out with that link ahead of time, it's going to be up to date. So it's super simple and super easy, and really affordable. I think it's less than $15 a month. It may be quite a bit less than that. I think the last time I checked it was actually 10, but the prices may have gone up. And I don't care what kind of scheduler you use, to be quite honest with you. I'm not here to tell you to use Acuity. I'm here to tell you that Acuity works really well for me, and I have had zero complaints in the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 years that I've been using it for clients, like zero. But if if something else works for you, but what I'm telling you is that piece of your business, putting your scheduling and your calendar management on autopilot is going to free you up so much, and you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to send follow-ups. You don't have to send reminders. It's all going to do it for you, and you know that those appointments that are on your calendar are good appointments. They are going to be there because they have been reminded. So that's what I want to say. Big game changer. Overwhelmed. Get yourself on a calendar. It's not a calendar management system. It is a scheduling system, but it will manage your calendar. The other thing too is you can put things in categories. So I do things like, friends and colleagues. So coffee date, here's my availability, and my coffee date times are like, Friday afternoons or whatever, we go out for a drink, whatever it might be. And then, my business group are certain days of the week because other days are reserved for clients. And then my clients are certain days of the week. It's super flexible. So I just give them links, or my assistant gives them links, or you can even embed them on your website. So you can just direct somebody to a web page, and everything else takes care of itself. There's also a lot of other things that you can integrate too. You can have it connect into your MailChimp and collect leads that way. Really, really, really powerful for not a lot of money and not a lot of time. You can brand it and make it look really cool. There's a lot of things you can do with Acuity, but even just the bare bone basics, I would highly suggest it to reduce the overwhelm if you happen to be feeling that way around your calendar and what that's looking like right now. So I hope that helped. Like and subscribe. I would love to hear from you. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I'll see you next time.